We got one more person. They were able to help us with the food distribution this morning. I just want to make sure they're able to tell you guys about resources in the community. We got Nick here.
What up, Nick? I want to thank Adrian for this platform to speak to y'all. I've been living in Humboldt Park for 30 years. I work with lots of neighbors and friends to try to get about 1,200 boxes of those USDA boxes out to neighborhoods in Chicago. Humboldt Park, West Humboldt Park, Hermosa, Avondale, Ukraine. I don't discriminate. People need food. I'm trying to get it out to them. I'm very sorry about what happened to Adrian and his cousin. I've grown up with PTSD. 15 years ago, I was shot through my chest, and I'm part of a solidarity network. I feel solidarity is where you are trying to change the world, do something better for others, so that the bad things that happen to you, other people don't suffer from it.
Yes.
I also want to let the people know that please don't, if you need help when it comes to mental health care, look for it, do it. For 15 years, I hid it, didn't want to do it, just because in my Hispanic culture, I was told you have to man up, suck it up, all that stuff. I currently suffer from PTSD where I do hallucinate, I do see negative stuff. I am seeing a therapist to try to get the help that I require.
Yes.
So it's not something bad, if you're a guy and you're being told, hey, suck it up, you know what, it's okay. It's okay to cry, it's okay to let your emotions out. We have to look out for each other. Even if we're doing everything possible here in Humboldt Park to take care of and make sure Humboldt Park is nice, when you leave Humboldt Park and you go visit a family member or you have to go to work outside of Humboldt Park, there are negative things that can happen outside of Humboldt Park. So we have to look out for each other. I would highly recommend to please look after each other. I am also here to let you guys know that I work with 10 other mutual aid groups in other different neighborhoods. We're losing some of our resources, like those boxes that we get right there. We get about 1,200 of those boxes. They're not the greatest boxes. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. Those boxes could have other things that are basically for our culture. They can have milk, they can have meats. I don't eat meat. There are a lot of families here that are lactose intolerant. The government's actually gonna stop doing that program on May 22nd. So we got about 700 families that we're looking out for in the city, and we're running out of resources. So if anybody here has resources, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, we're at, I'm gonna forget, so that's why I wrote it down. It's not a tattoo. We're basically at 2828 North Pulaski, which is by Pulaski and Diversey. We have a warehouse. Well, they kind of told us July 15th is the last day that we can be there. We have 10 mutual aid groups. We have 1,200 boxes where we have about 75 drivers every Saturday that give of their time and their energy to come by, pick up those boxes and drop it off to different neighborhoods throughout the city. I watched a documentary one time where basically, this was recent, when someone was getting these boxes. What they said was, you know what, I appreciate it because I don't feel forgotten. It got to me, I've been wanting to quit for a while because my PTSD is really not the greatest because of the current environment. And also, like, if you notice these white city vans that put boots in cars, one of them actually reversed into me and damaged my back. So I'm really tired. I want to pass the baton on to somebody else, especially the younger generation. If anyone has time and energy that would like to help out, join a mutual aid. We're actually, after you guys are through having good times here, please take the time, because Adrian really took the time to organize this. But we're also until 4 o'clock giving out food by Sacramento and Augusta. There are also other members from different mutual aid groups from different neighborhoods that can give you their information if you want to join them and help them, because we can't do this alone. We need folks that can organize, reach out to seniors, see how they're doing. And I honestly feel that we need to invest in our kids now, because just like what happened with Adam Toledo, I always thought, hey, if you have a 5-year-old, invest in them now so that when they're 15, they're that kid that's looking up to try to help others, versus unfortunately, they don't have resources. And the path that they took because due to the lack of resources, they went down the wrong path. If we can invest in kids, invest in families, I think that's basically the best payoff that we can do, so that we know 10, 15 years from now, those are the kids that are going to be looking out for our seniors. They're going to be the person looking out for others to try to help them out. I remember when I was a little kid, I was in food lines with my mom. I can recall my mom trying to make it a nice special day for me. Like, hey, you know, we're just here, people are helping us out. I understood when I was a little kid, there was people giving us stuff, helping us out. I would also recommend to please look out for your teachers in the neighborhood, because teachers basically, they have the future in their hands. They need resources as well. We have $1.29 billion that goes to the police department. I have friends, family members that are cops. There are friends that I trust before they were cops, after cops. There are some friends that I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't want them around me, because power does corrupt.
Right.
We need a better system. I would recommend, it's great to be out here in March, but what are going to be the next steps that we're going to take? Are we going to reach out to our political leaders and let them know, look, we need you to be our champions to help transfer money, prioritize our taxes, and invest in kids, invest in our schools. Correct, after school programs too. On Wednesdays, by 3519 West North Avenue, where I live, I have a landlord that's 78 years old. He let me borrow the space on the first floor, and we have art classes for kids who want to come by and just do something after school, or just keep them busy, because I think that's what we need. We need to keep kids busy, keep them on the right path. We need to make that investment in our future. Also, any volunteers that do join us on Sundays, because all the art supplies are donated and given out, volunteers are welcome to come by and paint for free. I honestly feel art is a good way, it's good therapy. That's how I get by my days. And I hope that we all continue to invest in the kids and y'all look out for each other. But if anybody has any resources about a warehouse or a space for these 10 mutual aids to continue to help out the city, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. But I hope you all take care of yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.